Hi, I'm Hilbert. No, I'm not. I'm just kidding. Yeah, okay, hi. Or, sorry. Bonjour. My name is Abomination, and welcome to the RoDL season review thing, recap of the season thing for the RoDL. I screwed that up. Whatever. I didn't do one last season. I thought I'd try to do one this season. Just kind of talk about what my team was. Oh, I didn't do this video. Or this video exists because guess what? I did not make playoffs. Yeah, yeah. No playoffs for me. But that's fine. Because, well, I'll explain why. I had no chance. Pretty much from the snow is that my score has no effect on the other conference. I got my 2 divisions and then the other 2 divisions in the other conference, and I'm only competing with my conference. I did not know that, but pretty much I had no chance for all 3 Revenge weeks. So even though I won all 3, and that was great, it didn't actually mean anything. However, that did move my record to 6-6 and +3. I'm pretty sure, which is a positive record, which is, you know, that's still nice. I didn't make playoffs, but on the website at least, I shouldn't have failed anything. I should have about stayed the same about. But yeah, so as obviously in my week 12 match, I was thinking I was about to go to playoffs, or at least had a good chance, but alas, I am not, so I'm doing this. But it's alright, because I'll be back soon with the YCL. I don't know if I'm going to join next season of the RoDL, simply because, well, I realized that if I'm in more than one league, especially ones that I have to record, I don't do very good. I don't do nearly as good. If I'm just in one league, I can do very good. That's what happened last season of the RoDL. I was just doing that. That was it. And I could focus everything onto that one week and not get distracted whatsoever, and that's how I think I'm going to play it. So depending on when the next RoDL season starts, I think I'm going to just do the YCL and stick with that, because I plan to win that one, or do really good anyway. Of course I plan to win, because there was a lot of competition there. There's no, yeah. But anyway, enough of that. This is the RoDL recap. I'm going to go through the individual team members and kind of talk about how they did and what their KD was and stuff, and how many times I brought them, and yep. The final team, I'm going to start with the final team, and then I'll go with the guys that I used to have. Right? Actually, you know what? I'll start with the guys I used to have first, and then I'll go and talk about why I got rid of them, right? First of all, this isn't even on the website. No, yes it is right there. Well, first of all, I dropped Galarian Stunfisk, Van Pelipper, and Kingdra. Those 3 guys, Stunfisk did great in the one match I brought it, actually. The one match was just week 2. I actually really liked what Stunfisk did in that match, and I kind of regretted getting rid of it, but I had already gotten rid of it at that point. Pelipper had failed me. I don't like Pelipper. I've decided I don't like Pelipper. He's so expensive, and that's just for the rain, which rain is good, but Pelipper itself, I don't feel should be that expensive. I understand it brings rain, and it gets U-turn, which is nice, and knockoff, which is nice, but I don't like it very much, okay? It's not for me, and weather is not really for me either. And then Kingdra, whether I do really like Kingdra, doesn't outspeed things unless it's scarfed or inside the rain, because it's only got like 85 base speed, which is not very good. It's very slow. 100 speed is like the average here, right? And 85 I don't feel is that good, especially for a dragon. You need to be able to outspeed the other dragons, and you can't do that with 85 base speed, because most dragons are faster than that, or actually, yeah, a lot of them are faster than that, or able to tank a hit easily from Kingdra and then wipe Kingdra out in return. So that's why I got rid of those 3. Yeah. And then I got rid of, later on, after week 4, I believe, I got rid of Heliolisk and Gothorita. I really like Heliolisk as a Pokemon. Unfortunately, though, it's not really my playstyle. Like, I like bulky things. I like things to be at least somewhat bulky, and Heliolisk can't really do that. Can on the special side with Charge a little bit, and Parabolic Charge can be very annoying to take down with special attacks. But unfortunately, there's just, you bring in a physical guy and I have to switch out and Charge is gone, right? So, yeah, it's just kind of unfortunate. And I already had an electric type and a normal type, so I didn't feel Heliolisk was that necessary. And then Gothorita, I liked a lot, but from the things I picked up, I needed to lower the price. And Gothorita, I kept bringing, and she kept failing, which one of them was her fault, being hit in the face, and one of them, and the rest were my fault for pushing the wrong button, screwing up. But I don't remember how they did. I don't remember any of them getting kills, if I'm being honest. They probably did. There's probably a few kills there, but I don't need to remember that. I'll go over the new team members and talk about their KD, because they're the important ones. I'm going to start from the bottom of the list. We got Aquix, which was Dragonair. She just came to one match against the Sacramento Sandslash, which is actually one of my favorite matches to rewatch. It was very cool to watch Pat Max screw up with Zoroark. That was very funny to watch. And I didn't even realize he was screwing up when I was battling him. But anyway, Dragonair did great. Aquix did great in that match. He pretty much brought down Mew. Technically didn't, but weakened it enough so for it to be finished off. So I like what Aquix brought to that one match. Musharna, actually brought 5 times. I brought Musharna 5 times, so 3-point mon. She went 0-3, which is unfortunate. She can, Fen Astral is her name, and she can do better than that. It was my fault. I didn't really bring Calm Mind Sweeper set though, so I didn't really expect her to kill things. I just needed her to weaken things. I brought a Future Sight, Baton Pass, Heal Bell, and Moonlight set, which was a few times. I brought it like 2 or 3 times, which is a great set, and it did wonders for one of the matches. I lost a different match. Yeah, and she was not bulky enough to tank blizzards from a Vanilluxe. Yeah. Ninetales about to one match. He didn't actually get any kills, and his name eludes me actually. But it exists. I'll probably just put it on the screen here. I forget your name, Ninetales, but anyway, he didn't get any kills, but I poisoned a few things and stalled out some health on the Southside Braves' the Nashville Needle Kings' team, and switched Sand to Sun, which is nice. Zoroark, or Quentin.
My name is Mysterio.
He went 13-7, which is tied for my kill leader on my team. He did very good. Every match he brought, he was devastating, except for whatever week I fought Blattle, because he just got obliterated first turn by a Blizzard, which I was not expecting. I lost my live reaction to it, but I was not expecting the Blizzard to show up. I was expecting Aurora Veil. I don't have to explain myself, whatever. Aside from that week, though, every week he showed up. Out of the 10 weeks I brought him, 9 of the 10 weeks I brought him, he was great, and he got a lot of kills. He died 7 times, but he got 13 kills, which is, that's always good. Then we got my precious endgame here. She went 7-5, and I brought her 9 times. She has a positive record, which is my secondary goal of joining a league, and the first one is getting into playoffs, at least, but I did not. Hardly my fault, though. I had a record to do it, but the other people in the division were crazy. They were super competitive. Conference, rather. So in most of the time I get in, this time I just didn't. That's as simple as that, but whatever, it's fine. It's okay. Anyway, she went 7-5. She got a positive record, so at least I got my second goal. And in the RoDL, I'm the only one who's ever drafted her, and she is now +2 differential because of this season, because I keep getting a even differential with her. But eventually she's gonna get a sweep, right? Like the curse set, it's dangerous. And eventually someone's gonna screw up against it, and I'll happen to have it instead of doing something fancy. But I do like the fancy stuff. For Waymore, the Whimsicott went 4 and 8. I wasn't expecting her to kill things, really. I brought offensive Waymore once, and that's in the week 12. That's in the final week I did, and she actually just died to a Como-O, which I played very poorly around after watching. I could have played that Como-O way better. I should have just hit it with Night Dazes right away, but doesn't matter. Spoilers if you haven't seen week 12 yet, which you should have if you're watching this, and it's not my fault if you just got spoiled, but it doesn't matter. Whimsicott did fine. Brought her 9 times, and she did great. I liked the Leech Seed. I liked the set I liked was Protect and Encore. That was a great set. Those two moves together with Prankster is very annoying, and I really like it. Encore is a great move on for Waymore because it makes people pay the price for, statusing or predicting wrong and using Thunderbolt when they should have used Ice Beam or Sludge Wave. And I'm talking about week 8 right now, I'm pretty sure, or whatever, Pat Mac. He screwed that up. Okay, anyway, Suicune, I brought 4 times. She went 2 and 2, or it went 2 and 2, genderless. But I mean, 2 and 2 is still, 4 times because I didn't actually pick it up until like halfway through the season, when I dropped Heliolisk and Gothorita, and I didn't even have a water type because I dropped Kingdra, so it was bad, and I didn't have a dragon either until I picked up Aquix. But after I made those trades, my final team did pretty good. Like, I don't think I lost very many matches with my final team. I lost against the Sandslash, and that's pretty much it. I think I lost 1 or 2 matches with my final team, so made a good comeback. Banneret, the Skarmory, brought 8 times, went 2 and 6. Again, not really, as the name implies, not really meant to kill things. They're just meant to kind of lead the team, prepare to kill things, right? Yeah, so spikes, hazards, annoying things. I did kill a few things, but and weakened a few things, but no, not much, not too much. But I still like Banneret's. What Banneret did, brought to the team, was great. Edo King, Venray, brought it 7 times, went 6 and 3. Got a lot more kills than I thought he was gonna get. Like, I picked up Nidoking because I needed a ground type, and then I decided, okay, I'll pull grounded poison type as well, which is nice. Because toxic spikes at the beginning of the season were eating me alive, and I've had enough of them at this point. But Venray did very good. 85 speed. I just insulted Kingdra for having that speed, but for his typing, it's fair. For him, for Kingdra, it's not that good, but for him, I find it fair to have 85, because he's so offensive with the Life Orb and Sheer Force, and all his moves pretty much are Sheer Force boosted, except for Earthquake. That's like the main thing that's not. But that's fine, whatever. Venray did good. I don't really actually like Nidoking that much. Sorry to the people who do. But I decided to draft him. He didn't fail me, so I actually like him more than I did since before I drafted him. And then Zapdos here. I brought it all 12 weeks. Every single week. Went 13 and 6, because in the last few weeks, Zapdos got a lot of kills. The substitute set, just having substitute on Zapdos is very strong. I've realized that is incredibly strong because it really makes people pay. And Zapdos can't really set up its own special attack, but I did bring Charge Beam week 12, which was actually won me the game against Mario B. Zapdos won me the game. Confusion won me the game, but Zapdos won me the game at the same time, and that's great. With 13 and 6, Zapdos was in 6th place for the all-time KD of the entire season, which is not that high, but it's worth mentioning, I guess. I went 6 and 6 plus 2, sorry, not plus 3, so that's my bad, but it doesn't matter. I liked the season I had. I do not really regret much, except for making a crappy team at the start, and then having to fix it. That's kind of what screwed me up. Sorry, my team did suck. Like, the power ranking said my team sucked, and I decided to deny it, and they were right. It did suck. But it didn't suck at the end. I told you I won a bunch of matches at the end. Matter of fact, I'll tell you how many. Against that team I had it. Against that team I had it. That after week 6 against Bladdle, it switched, right? And then I won that. Yeah, I won every match except for one out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 matches. Obviously, 6 plus 6 is 12. 6 matches, I lost once. So at the end of the season, I was going insane. Murdering everything in my way, right? Except for, obviously, the Sacramento Sandslash, who beat me in a 2-0. But that was a close match. And it was a fun match, and I don't regret it. Anyway, that is actually going to be it for this, though. I said everything I wanted to say, pretty much, and I did my recap. And I said that, I'm starting the YCL, and I don't think I'll be back for next season or RoDL, but I'll be back eventually, because I do like the company here. But that's going to be it for me. Okay, thanks for listening, because I don't actually have a webcam this time. I'm just speaking into my microphone. And I'll see you for the YCL. Very likely, that's going to be the next thing. And that starts July 4th or 3rd. July 3rd, I think, is when my draft recap video will be out. And I did already draft it at this point. But you'll have to wait to see it, unless you're in that league, or then you already know what my team is. Or you can just go on the website and look at my teammates or whatever. But you can't hear me talk about it until July 3rd, okay? So I'll be back for that later on. Okay? Thanks for listening again. Smell you later.